Going into this picture, all I could hope for was that this would prove that Brad Pitt is such a great actor and not someone who makes really strange, weird, crazy, incoherent commercials. It's 2008 when our story begins with Killing Them Softly. The recession just hit. We have a new election with change, so much change, 4 more years of change, 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 change. And this movie surrounds a lot of criminals, very, very, very disturbing people. But this movie is definitely not disturbing. It's directed really, really quite well by Andrew Dominik, who is a New Zealand director, and this is only his third feature. He's actually made a film in his homeland called Chopper, which starred Eric Bana. Very, very, very interesting film. And then he made a really long film with a really long title called, let me see if I can remember it, The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford. I wanted to see it in the theaters because it was getting a lot of great buzz, but I didn't really catch it until it was on video, and I remember enjoying it. I liked it somewhat. It did star Brad Pitt and Casey Affleck, and for the most part it was really interesting. I just remember being really, really long, and maybe it's a movie that I'm definitely going to have to watch again. But this movie actually is really, really short, which I felt to be really depressing, because from the moment it actually got started, I was really invested. I thought this was so interesting. These characters were so despicable, and but I wanted to hang out with them for the next hour and 90-some minutes, which was so sad because by the time it was over, I wish this was a TV show or a series of something where we could get to know these characters even more, because we do get a lot of great actors in this film, including Brad Pitt, of course, and Richard Jenkins, Ray Liotta, and James Gandolfini. This is actually kind of a little reunion of The Sopranos, because the actor who played Johnny Sax in The Sopranos actually has a small part in the film as well. There's some great acting all around from everybody, even the people that I can't remember their names right now who have bigger parts. But I love how gritty this film was, and it was very stylized, especially when it gets quite violent. But it never took over. What I really wanted was the substance. I love all the story structure in this film, the characters, the plot. There's great scenes of dialogue that happens between characters. I don't know if I captured it all the first time, but I'm hoping seeing this movie again, I'll get a sense of themselves. It's just so sad because I feel like we're not getting a lot of time around these characters. Though I didn't feel very distant from them. I felt like I was up close, hearing their problems, and I can understand and sympathize with them because they're all going through this tough time in the country, and there's a new change. And I like that it's not in your face. This election and this recession is happening around as the story's going on. I mean, so much great music is happening, so much great sound, especially when these scenes of violence are happening. It couldn't be more exciting watching this movie. This movie is very strange. It left me wanting so much more when it ended. When it ends, I was like, oh, the credits are coming. No, I don't want the credits to come. I want this movie to be longer. I could watch another hour of this film. The way it's shot, the way it's set up, the way it's written. I know it's based on a book, but the screenplay is so fascinating to listen to. The dialogue that comes out of these people's mouth is just so interesting. I think this is a movie that's going to be forgotten, especially it's coming around a time where it's big Oscar season. There's going to be a lot of big epic films that are going to be coming out. They're going to sweep the Oscar nominations, and this film is going to be forgotten, sadly. And I think that's a shame because this movie is one of the best films of the year, and it just proves again that Brad Pitt is such a great actor. You get to know him just a little bit, just to get an idea of who he is and what his mission is in this film. I do want to point out that this has one of the coolest robberies in a film that I've ever seen. It's done so quiet and so subtle, but yet so terrifying. Like anything is possible. I got that creepy, frightened feeling, and I couldn't help but go, oh, this is such a bad idea. They're probably desperate for money and they need it, but this is not a good idea. There's got to be another way. But of course, we wouldn't have a movie. I'm going to give Killing Them Softly 4 stars. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and I'm on Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And also go to WhoYouTube.com.